Hi, this video is going to help you to subtract negative numbers successfully. The key thing here being the idea that you can use a number line, and normally when you're subtracting on a number line you would be moving to the left. So if we had 10 take away 5, you'd be moving down this way and you'd get the answer 5. However, when we're working with negative numbers, the rules are slightly different. And hopefully this little tutorial is going to help you to make the most of the number line and using this method. Okay, so we're going to start with a fairly simple example, -3 take away 2. And the way I do this, I use a triangle to indicate the start point on the number line and a box to indicate how far we're going to move. Okay, so we've got -3, which is down here. And this is subtracting, so we should be moving to the left, and we're just subtracting a normal 2, so there's no need to change the rule. Okay, subtracting 2 takes us to -5, and that is your answer. Okay. If we have a look at another example where you've got subtraction, okay, this one is 3 take away 7. So there's no negative numbers involved in the question, so it should be fairly straightforward. We start at the 3, and we're moving to the left because it says take away, and we're going to do it by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we get -1, -2, -3, -4. Like that. Okay, nice and easy. The first number is where you start, the second number is how far you move. Things do get a little more complicated when you start to look at questions like this one. So we have -3 take away -4. Okay, let's have a number line drawn out with a 0 in the middle. So remember, this first number is where you're starting, -3, and this second number is what you're doing to it, how far you're going to move. So we've got -3, that's where we're starting. We're taking away. Remember, when we're subtracting, we normally go that way. Okay, but because we've got a negative number, that's going to change direction. So we're just going to write in here, negative. Watch out. It changes direction. So although we're meant to be going to the left, we're actually going to end up going to the right because we're changing direction. So we're starting at -3, changing direction, so we're going to move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. And the answer to that question is 1. Okay, lots of people would answer with a 7 or a -7 at that point because they see the 3 and the 4 and they're not quite sure what to do with them. If you use a number line, or if you can imagine a number line in your head and you can just remember this simple rule that you change direction if it's a negative number, then you're going to be fine. Let's have a look at another one. Okay, this one is -5 take away -1. Okay, let's move that up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to start with the 0 in the middle. This number is where we start. This number is what we're doing. So we're starting at -5. We should be moving to the left because this is a subtraction, but actually what we're going to end up doing is moving to the right by 1 unit because we've changed direction. This is a negative number, and so we change direction. So we end up at -4. And that's where you need to be. Okay, a couple more now, just quickly, just to really hammer the point home. We're going to take 7 take away -4. Let's have a number line with a 0 on it. There's a 7, that's where we're starting. Remember, if we're subtracting, we're normally going to the left, but because we're subtracting a negative number, that's going to change direction and take us to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, which makes 11. Okay, one thing that lots of people do like to do when they see take away a negative like that, they like to sort of imagine that those two things are coming together to make a positive. Okay, and that is one way in which two negatives make a positive, but that's not an ideal rule to be remembering. Okay, let's have a look at one last example then. 3 take away negative 2. Okay, so this one is starting at 3 and taking away, remember taking away is normally to the left, like that, but because it's a negative that we're taking away, we're going to change direction and we're going to move to the right by 2, which takes us to 5. And again, that's another example of this, 2 negatives there coming together to make a positive.